podium, even win titles at the National Gymnastics Arena. I'll leave you arguing amongst yourselves about that. But it is going to be very enjoyable to discover as the competition gets underway in this rather spacious and lovely arena. Time then to begin this weekend of World Cup gymnastics. The qualifications took place on Thursday and Friday. Now only the finals remain.
Canablar, aziz dostlar, İdman Gimnastika üzrə Dünya Kuboku AGF Trophy yarışlarının birinci final gününə hoş gelmişsiniz. Kişi gimnastlar arasında serbest hareketlerde finalçıları karşılayın.
Please welcome men's floor finalists.
The first final will be the men's floor exercise, and here are your runners and riders, the top 8 after the qualification process. And we really have got some beautiful performers on floor, some elegant and powerful gymnastics. Hope you're looking forward to this one. Should be a cracker. Let's have a look at the 8. Second best in qualification, Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine. Eamon Montgomery of Ireland, who won a medal in Baku last year. Nicola Bartolini, the world champion from 2021. Dom Cunningham, the European champion from 2018. Harry Hepworth, British under-18 champion and World Cup champion. Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan made the Olympic floor final. Arel Benovic of Croatia, the European champion from 2020, and Riley Luz of the United States of America, Pan American Championship silver medalist last year. So how's that for a curriculum vitae of these performers in the floor final? The finalists in the men's floor competition. Top performer in qualification, Arel Benovic of Croatia. He'll go penultimate in the order. He was the European champion, the silver medalist I should say, from 2020. And we have got the world champion from 2021, Nicola Bartolini. He was the fourth best in qualification. He will go third in the order. We'll start with the second best qualifier, Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine. Warm-ups taking place for the first 4 gymnasts, and we have in this first half the second and fourth best qualifiers, and we have the first and third in the second half of the final. So I think it's reasonably safe to say this one will keep us guessing right the way through until the end. No Artem Dolgopi out of Israel, who regrettably is carrying an injury at the moment. We hope that that will not be unduly serious and that we'll see him back in competition as soon as possible. Thus we begin. Ukraine's Ilya Kovtun. the first to go in the men's floor competition. He was the second best in qualification, 14.233. And he'll pick up a 0.1 penalty that was not part of his qualification score. Much more secure coming out of the pike position, well landed. He's got some big twisting work, gains lovely height. Good secure display this to get the final started. Lovely. Nice clearance in his flare work. Really impressive beginning from Ilya Kopton in the men's floor final. 6.1 his difficulty score in qualification. The bigger difficulty scores are going to come in the second half of this final. There was a 6.2 and a 6.3 in qualification. Kopton, the only one of the first four to post a difficulty score in excess of 6. He had some issues with the opening tumbling pass, but from then on his landings were really quite secure. There's evidence of it. Very nice piece of gymnastics from Ilya Kopton. What kind of number will it result in? We'll see him later in parallel bars action, of course, because what would a World Cup be without Ilya Kopton competing on parallel bars? 13.933, his execution is down by a couple of tenths from qualification. He also has that penalty, so in total a 0.3 drop from the preliminary round. Eamon Montgomery of Ireland, 20-year-old, who won his first World Cup medal in Baku a year ago, a bronze medal. He went on to win the World Challenge Cup gold in Paris. He was the 6th best in qualification with 13.733. A very nice gymnast to watch on floor, a lovely elegance. Just had a loss of form in the air. The legs rather went in the twist position. Landing wasn't fully stable. He was a fraction low there, but it was well rescued. Really is always a pleasure to watch this young gymnast on floor. We're getting more and more accustomed to seeing him in televised finals. He was part of the Northern Ireland squad that competed at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham in the United Kingdom last year, the first time that Northern Ireland had 3 gymnasts in finals at the Commonwealth Games. And you go back to a year ago, and it was where it all really begun for him in this building. Starting to get used to winning international medals. With the exception of one tumbling pass, this was quite a tidy display. 12.766 is the score for Eamon Montgomery, 0.3 for going out of bounds versus a 0.1 in qualification, so all told he's down by close to a full mark. Nicola Bartolini of Italy, the world champion from 2021, the first Italian ever to win the title. He was 5th last year I should say. 27-year-old from Sardinia. 13.966 in qualification. A gymnast for whom execution tends to win out over difficulty. And whether Nicola Bartolini wins is very dependent on those small adjustments he may or may not make on landing, because he won't have a huge difficulty cushion. But he is just such a delight in the air. His form is quite superb. Really delightful fluidity, all capped off with exquisite toe point, with ballet dancer's footwork. Oh, that's unfortunate right at the end. Took him some time to stabilise that. Now one wonders about the little landing adjustments here and there dotted around that otherwise precise display from Nicola Bartolini. But isn't he a treat to watch? Barely get the chance to see him at World Cup level. Rather piked in his landing. Those sorts of things always look magnified, A, when you see them in slow motion, and B, when they're the final tumbling pass. 13.966 in qualification. He had the highest, or second highest execution score of anyone. Alel Benovic was marginally ahead of him. It will be interesting to see where he falls execution-wise here compared to that 8.266 from the preliminary round. So far, everyone has been down from qualification in their execution. Not just a great individual, Nicola Bartolini, but a wonderful member of the Italian team, a real leader figure for them. The team took second place at the European Championships. It's been an extraordinary couple of years for him in terms of his development as a gymnast. His arrival really as a top contender on the world stage. And he's proven that you can do it through execution above difficulty. And there's a man who would appreciate and enjoy the AGF trophy, Nicola Bartolini. And quite a wait for his score. .433 for Nicola Bartolini. He's lost 3/10 of difficulty. And he has lost a little execution too, just over a couple of tenths. So all of that drop of just over half a mark in qualification. It means it's up for grabs for somebody. What about him? Dom Cunningham of Ireland, the European champion on floor in 2018. 7th best in qualification. Thrilled to have made this floor final with a difficulty score that I don't think is going to be representative of where he'll end up. 5.6, he's got some upgrades in store. First time he's made a World Cup final for the nation that he started representing recently, having been a member of the British squad. And what a delight it is to see the Irish squad so well represented at this World Cup. How gymnastics in Ireland has grown in the last 5 years or so. He's absolutely heading in the right direction, Dom Cunningham. Gentleman born in Birmingham, in the United Kingdom. And he is the reigning Irish all-around champion. Some nice secure tumbling work from Dom Cunningham. His execution was 8.066 in qualification. His difficulty 5.6, the joint lowest difficulty score of anyone making the final. But the way things are going in this floor final, you just never know. It could be one of those lower difficulty scores that actually gets into contention. Cofton's lead is reasonably secure, 13.933. After this score, we'll have the second half of the final. The gymnast 5 through to 8 are warming up as we speak. And as I mentioned earlier, we still have the top qualifier to come, Karel Benovic. And there he is. European Championship silver medalist in 2020. Finished just outside of the top 10 at the last World Championships. 13.066 for Dom Cunningham. He's lost 3/10 of difficulty from qualification. So the scores overall are quite substantially down from the qualification process. It means that it's Cofton, Bartolini and Cunningham 1, 2 and 3. Now to a young man whose difficulty score in qualification was 6.1. He came in as the 8th best overall. Execution was the lowest of anyone making the final. Here's Harry Hepworth, a 19-year-old from Cookeridge in the northwest suburbs of Leeds in the United Kingdom. Ooh, very tight going into the tuck position. Yes, he was very low coming out of that tumbling pass. Had to sit it down. It's just lost the whole momentum really of the routine. He's a remarkable young man, Harry Hepworth. He was diagnosed with a hip disorder when he was 5 years old. Wasn't actually able to do any sport for 3 years until he saw a demonstration of gymnastics at his primary school. A young man came in and did a backflip, and Harry Hepworth thought, this is what I want to do. And it was gymnastics that really got him back on track, and goodness how it's got him back on track, all the way to the junior British title. So lots of promising moments in that performance from Harry Hepworth. Unfortunately, he ended up finishing quite far behind the timer. Got some very difficult work in this routine. At the moment, he's not fully in control of it. Great Britain in the luxurious position of having qualified both men's and women's teams to the Olympic Games, and being the only nation to have done that across both genders. What they can therefore do is to really enjoy these World Cups, a chance to give other gymnasts an opportunity to test themselves, to really show the strength and the depth of their squad. And for folk like Harry Hepworth, it's a great opportunity. His score regrettably 12.5, execution 6.6. He loses a little difficulty too. Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan, third best in qualification, highest difficulty in the preliminary round, 6.3. Certainly we've got two gymnasts coming up now who are a palpable threat to the lead of Ilya Kovtun. The first is this young man from Almaty in Kazakhstan. Purposeful beginning. He won the silver medal at the Baku World Cup last year. Had to quickly lunge backwards to stabilise that landing. He did okay. Time over-rotated. No issues there. Well landed. That really is a picture-perfect looking diagonal armed handstand. Now that is almost certainly going to have an impact on the leaderboard. Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan, who scored 14.233 in qualification. 13.933 is the score to beat. We have seen a trend where everybody has been lower than in qualification. Will it continue here? He has been an Asian Championship medalist on floor. That was in Mongolia in 2019. .14.2. Milad Karimi goes quite convincingly into the lead. That 6.3 difficulty score, really crucial. Now, what will we see from Aurel Benovic of Croatia? 14.5. in qualification, the best score. This was a beautifully executed routine, I should say, in the preliminary round. Can he do it in the final? Well, that suggests he can. What a lovely start. Always going to be very out of bounds. Crikey, he was so off trajectory. Gets it back together with some nice pike work. The 22-year-old really did burst onto the scene when he took the silver medal at the European Championships a couple of years ago. And he has 7 World Cup medals, including 3 titles. Oh, that's a tricky performance from Aral Benovic of Croatia. Again, some real stability issues at the conclusion. He has a little chuckle to himself as he exits the competition floor. And an unusual landing for him on his second tumbling pass, well out of bounds. It was always going to be very tricky to match that high score from qualification. An 8.3 execution is not easy to achieve on a consistent basis. Bursting into almost a sheepish grin as he stabilises himself, and unfortunately it all adds up. 13.4, a 7.5 execution score, down by 0.8 and out of medal contention. So we know for certain that Milad Karimi and Ilya Kovtun are on the podium. Whether Nicola Bartolini manages to hold on or not depends on this gentleman, Riley Luce of the United States of America. 22 and the 5th best in qualification. 13.766, that would be easily enough to get him a bronze medal. He was the runner-up on floor at the Pan American Championships in Brazil last year. He's performing confidently so far. Nice to see a bit of still rings work on floor. He has been a World Cup medalist on both floor and still rings. And he is the reigning collegiate champion on the rings. Enjoyable performance from Riley Luce of the United States of America. It could be enough to secure him his 3rd World Cup medal. He won 2 medals in Copa last year. He is an undergraduate at Stanford University. He is reading management science and engineering. 13.733. Well done to Riley Luce of the USA. He's taken a bronze medal and his first in the national gymnastics arena. Terrific performance from him. The classified results in the men's floor competition. The bronze to the USA is Riley Luce, silver to Ukraine's Ilya Kovtun, and the gold medal won by Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan. He goes one better than he did at the Baku World Cup last year. And it's his second World Cup title. The victory ceremony for the men's floor exercise.
Gimnastların serbest hareketlerde mükafatlandırılmasına başlayırıq.
Award ceremony for men's floor exercise final. Third place and bronze medalist, Riley Luce, United States of America.
The winner of the bronze
Second
medal,
place
Riley Luce of the
and
United
silver
States
medalist,
of America.
Ilya Kovtun, Ukraine.
His third World Cup honours. For Ilya Kovtun of
First
Ukraine, the
place.
silver medal.
And gold medalist, Milad Karimi, Kazakhstan.
And the title goes to Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan, his second World Cup title.
Mr. Rauf Aliyev, Deputy of Azerbaijani
And what a nice
Parliament.
moment for Ilya Kovtun, getting to 25 World Cup medals.
Qalib və mükafatçılara hədiyələr LG şirkət tərəfindən təqdim olundu.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and show your
now the national
respect
anthem
for
of
the national
Kazakhstan.
anthem of Kazakhstan.
Təbrik edirik.
Congratulations.
The medalists in the men's floor competition in Baku.